Hey everybody, it's Glenn and my reviews of the Marvel Legends Ant-Man series roll on with the Grim Reaper. Looking at the packaging back, the bio reads, "Feeding on despair, Eric Williams ushers enemies into their demise with his life-draining scythe." Looking at the packaging back, and this is the Ultron Build-A-Figure collection, the series comprising of movie Ant-Man, Wasp, Bulldozer, Tiger Shark, Grim Reaper, and Giant Man. Grim Reaper is a classic Avengers villain, first appearing in Avengers 52 in 1968. And if you hang out on any of the customizing forums, Grim Reaper customs do pop up with some frequency, so I'm guessing there's some appetite for this actual official release. His cape has some lush shading, looks delicious. In contrast, the body has very little deco, well, none on the dark blue of the body, which is the colour of the flat plastic, and the deco of the skull and crossbones on his chest is quite crisp, except I do have a small defect to it there. And the scythe hand does have some deco, with the arm part rendered darker, then the blade lighter to create the illusion of light catching the blade. And Grim Reaper represents something we don't frequently see in Hasbro's Marvel Legends, at least as far as the comic characters are concerned, and that's an entirely new body. Ooh, get them. It's pitched somewhere between the Bucky Cap body, here represented in the form of Giant Man, and the Hyperion body represented by Tiger Shark. So if this is anything like those two expect to be hearing over the coming years in my reviews, this is on the Grim Reaper body, this is on the Grim Reaper body, this is on the Grim Reaper body. But here we are in this video at ground zero with it, and it's a welcome addition and will prove to be a good fit for many a character, I'm sure. Although I do question its use for Grim Reaper. Does he need to be this beefy? He has a scythe for a hand, for heaven's sake. So can he even lift, bro? I, for one, wouldn't want to be in the gym running on the treadmill next to his as he's flinging his arms around, getting his jog on. Plus the size makes him bigger than Toy Biz's Wonder Man, who I'm not randomly choosing as a size comparison, but because these two are brothers. And Grim Reaper now dwarfing this Wonder Man makes me think we're due for a new Wonder Man. Now taking a closer look, and with Grim Reaper I've always loved the ornamental protrusions from the side of Grim Reaper's cowl. They have a great comic book absurdity to them. And speaking of the absurd, let's address that face sculpt though. And boy is it manic, giving DC's Joker a run for his money, or maybe he just snorted the longest line of coke off of his scythe blade. Yep, it's a very exaggerated facial expression. In its exaggeration, it already lends itself to being cartoony, yet for me what tips it over the edge into full-on cartooniness is the deco. The starkness of the paint of the gums and around the eyes just lacks any subtlety. Go look in the mirror and make this same facial expression and you'll find to see this much gum you'd have to have your lips surgically removed. Now looking at articulation, and the head, it rotates, looks down a decent amount and also up. At the shoulder the arms rotate and move up this much. There's upper arm rotation, then a double jointed elbow. At the wrist there's rotation and the hand is hinged, moving up and down. And his scythe arm does also rotate. Handy as while it does sound all shades of Inspector Gadget in the comics, he does use it as an improvised helicopter to fly. Waist rotation, then an ab crunch which moves this far forward and well, not very far back. Certainly not as functional as the Hyperion ab crunch. At the hips the legs move out. Oh, is that all? Yep, they move out this far, but move a real decent amount forward and also move slightly back. Upper leg rotation, then a double jointed knee. Lower leg rotation, and at the ankle there's a hinge moving the feet backwards and forwards. Then that great ankle rocker pivot that I love, but posed here at his widest stance possible, still with both feet flat on the floor, and the range of the movement at the hips prevent him from taking full advantage of the ankle pivot. So, all things considered, and the excitement of having a new body in the mix of Hasbro's Marvel Legends does make Grim Reaper more worthy of picking up, but I do think it'll be put to better use down the road than it is here with him. But then with the way the Avengers roster has inflated over the years, it's good to add to the ranks of their foes. And speaking of Avengers foes, click the video on the right for a closer look at Tiger Shark. I sure would appreciate it if you could give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.